today's cup of coffee. Both of us now have the SUDS.
Yes.
So I have shared the disease process with youngest kid because his immune system needed a workout also.
Apparently. How dare. How dare. I was doing good.
So, in today's story, I'm going to say that there are a lot of inconsistencies in this.
But you're doing better. You're doing better.
I am doing better. I'm doing better. And there are things that theologically I definitely do not agree with.
Mm-hmm.
But we just going to roll with it. We going to read it and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
I'm not going to totally, well, no, I probably will rip it to shreds. But anyhow. From Daily Mail, this is by Will Potter, January the 26th of 2023. It says a priest complains he temporarily died during a heart attack and went to hell where demons singing karaoke tortured him. I can see that.
What kind of karaoke? Was it like the drunken bar karaoke, like that horrible off tune?
We're going to find out. It says Michigan pastor Gerald Johnson said Rihanna's hit Umbrella echoed through the gates of hell during his bizarre visit to purgatory. Now, folks, there's a vast difference between a priest and a pastor. We'll get into some of that towards the end.
Yeah.
Some of this, it bothered me. Johnson said that he left his spirit left his physical body when he suffered the heart attack 7 years ago. And despite living his life as a man of God, what?
Did it?
He said he was stunned when he was denied entry into heaven and instead plummeted down to the earth's core. Johnson took to TikTok to explain his 2016 journey into the abyss, where he said he wouldn't wish on his worst enemy that journey. He said, quote, I thought I was going upward because I thought I had done so much good in this lifetime and helped so many people and made so many decisions that were godly decisions. But as opposed to me going up, I went down. I went literally to the center of the earth. That's where hell is, end quote. After entering the fiery depths, he was faced with cruel punishments befitting his place in hell, including being tormented with demonic renditions of Rihanna's Umbrella and Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
He got stuck in a damn garage with a fog machine and a hillbilly and a Rastafarian.
Johnson said, quote, it just blew me away. It still baffles me to this day.
And like some poor teen girl still stuck in 2008.
There was a section in hell where music was playing. It was the same music we hear on earth, but opposed to entertainers singing it, demons were singing it. While up here you can listen to music to get over a breakup, like Don't Worry, Be Happy or Umbrella, but down there every lyric to every song is to torment you, end quote. Johnson said his bizarre experience should serve as a warning to those who choose to enjoy chart toppers instead of hymns and prayers, as well as being forced to listen to fan favorite hits in the fiery inferno. He also claimed to have witnessed the gruesome scene of a man being buried or burned alive. He stated, quote, the things that I saw were indescribable. It makes me emotional. His eyes were bulging, and worse than that, he was wearing chains on his neck. It was a demon holding the chain, end quote. After being resuscitated and brought back to reality, the pastor says he now believes his experience is proof that popular music is really the underworld's attempt to control people before they pass on. He claimed, quote, on earth a lot of the lyrics of music are inspired by demons. People come into contact with demons who give them lyrics for the purpose of controlling people on earth, end quote. In his viral clip, which has been viewed by nearly 4 million TikTok users, the pastor warned others how to avoid the same hellish fate, as he claims it is now clear to him why he was originally doomed. He stated, quote, "The root of it is that although I did good and gave a lot to people, the thing that I had in my heart was unforgiveness towards people that have done me wrong. That's my experience with hell. It is a real place. God doesn't send people to hell. People send themselves to hell," end quote.
I think he missed the message of his whole journey. Do you think so?
Let's
I think he sort of
unpack this.
I think he sort of missed why he went.
Let's unpack this. Again, there is a vast difference between a priest, a pastor, a preacher, an evangelist. Is one evangelist? There we go.
Evangelist, yeah.
Then you go into deacons and bishops and elders and, my God, acolytes.
It's bullshit.
Well, it depends on which section of Christianity. And that's just like, a lot of times I hear a lot of people refer to the church. Okay, the church is the body of Christ. But when they say the church, they're referring only to Catholics.
Uh-huh.
And so a lot of these people, it's like, hey, those of us that are Protestants and different things like that, we're out here.
Yeah.
Those of us that are non-denominational, we're out here. So within that, there's people that they totally don't understand.
No.
And within this man's story, all right, he's talking about demons and songs being used for nefarious purposes. And he's on TikTok. Now just wrap your head around that for a minute.
Yeah.
Because now he needs to go and delve into the origins of the TikTok and how that's being used.
Yeah.
As far as controlling the peoples. And also within this, him saying that, now I do agree that there are some lyrics and music inspired by demons. I do agree with that.
No, I agree with that too. I've heard that some other places. But
that lyrics and stuff and music can be used for controlling people on Earth. Mm-hmm. I get that. And we've discussed that a whole lot.
Yeah, because it certainly can and has been and is.
Sure, it's been weaponized.
Yeah.
But not all of it.
No, not all of it. I think it's still an r/whoosh moment for him.
Well, I don't know. And it's one of those, I'm not trying to slam the man, but it seems like he took a hit off of a pipe and, like you said, then wandered into, like they was setting up a haunted house or some shit.
Yeah. Went into that man's garage that was filled up with bubbles. Mm-hmm. With bubbles with one party light, and that's it.
And so it just... I think it's interesting. There are a lot of people that have had near-death experiences. And we've discussed that also. And also, it's... Let me try that again. We have discussed that also.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, they vacillate so differently from each other, a lot of them do.
They do. Well, it is an individual experience, but there are also similarities.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman, I wish I need to write down his name, that is on one of those Art Bell compilations that I've been sleeping to. I don't know. There's something about that. And he would collect the near-death experiences. And Art had asked him how it is that everybody was having all these wonderful experiences and everybody does this and everything like that. He's like, are there people that have bad experiences? And the guy's like, yes. And he said, the reason those aren't reported as often, who wants to admit that they died and went to hell?
Exactly.
Now, there are some people that come back and report a hellish experience. So, but as far as being tortured by popular music or coming away with that take. And that was it. But at the end, him talking about that he had resentment in his heart. And that was the reason that he was denied passage to heaven. Even on that, it's like, okay, resentment can very much be from the fact that somebody has not processed pain or grief thoroughly.
Yes.
Now, do you really think that God's going to punish you for that?
No.
I don't either. And so that's what he's saying was what the actual reason of it. Now, do people choose to go to hell and send themselves to hell? Absolutely. They do. It's a rejection of a lot of different things. It's not just that God's trying to be a big meanie and going, yep, you're going to hell. We know that.
To hell for you.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is an interesting... There's a lot of inconsistencies in this. I don't know if it's his understanding. I mean, this was the words that he had reported. If you want to go on TikTok, we'll put the link to the article, and I think they do have in the article his TikTok, whatever, if you want to go and listen to him.
No, I think what that was, his hell was stuff that, in a way, that he preached against in his life.
Maybe. Well, I don't know that he was... he apparently thought he was following God or following the Christian doctrine. But was he really? Because some of these things, I think he's a little confused.
But they say that... But preachers say that all the time,
sure
and they do the exact opposite.
Sure they do. There's a lot of people that are out there preaching, but they do not thoroughly understand Scripture. That bothers me. That bothers me greatly, because if they don't understand it, if they don't understand the basis of it, then why would I go and sit and listen to somebody that's ignorant about these things? Right. I can sit here at the house and I have opportunity to listen to a vast array of people that are educated, and that's the reason I love Michael Heiser so much. Mm-hmm. And also, Chuck Misler. There's all kinds of people that had researched it all the way back to page 1. They can put it in the context of the time, how it can be applied to today.
Right.
And I've heard Heiser say before, he said the Bible was written for us, but it wasn't written to us. Mm-hmm. It was written to the people of that time, and we have to apply it to today.
Yes.
And there's a lot of times that things are allegory.
Yeah.
That people are taking literal. There are things that are literal that people don't even want to discuss. Mm-hmm. So... But that's just how I roll with some of these things, which is why I sit on the front porch, because all I do when I go in and I have questions is piss people off. So tried that since I was a child. It's like, well, why does this say this? And they just look at me funny. And it was like, go away. So I did. But I think he's a little confused. There's actually quite a few people that do believe that hell is in the center of the earth.
Yeah.
That molten core.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that. That's that theory that they drilled straight into hell,
Mm-hmm. That was one of them. Could hell be a separate dimension? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell could be where a spirit is earthbound. It's in that limbo.
I mean, what is a Dybbuk box? It's an earthbound spirit, but it's just trapped in a box.
Well, the Dybbuk box was a sort of a vengeful spirit. The reason they trapped it in the box was to prevent it from hurting people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, what did they do with it after that other than burying it? Was there no way, if it was an unclean spirit, I understand
burying
that.
it, there's no way to get rid of it, really,
because there are some people that, try to help these spirits cross over. But if a spirit knows that it is going to hell, you can understand why it would want to sort of hang in the earthly plane as long as it could.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I don't know. Like I said, it sounds almost like it's like, honey, put the crack pipe down. Don't touch that.
Yeah, don't.
There was
You got laced with something, my man.
There was an episode, and I can't remember. I don't know if it was Night Gallery, Circle of Fear, one of those shows back in the day, that they had. I don't know. He was like hippie dude, and he was mean, and he had gone to hell. And so the devil took him into this room, and it had these old people, and they was listening to old music, and they were knitting or just doing stuff. And the demon had told him, and he's like, just stay here just for a minute, okay? And so dude was in there for a while, and then it was a while longer and all this stuff. And so he starts beating on the door, wanting the demon to come back, and he's like, hey, why am I still here? Where are the flames? Where are the pitchforks? Where are the demons? This ain't hell. And the demon looked at him and he said, oh, this is your hell. The funny part is, this is their heaven. Deep meaning on that.
Yeah.
Deep meaning on that.
Yeah.
So, I read that, and I had heard of this dude saying this about Rihanna and stuff several weeks back, and somehow missed that article, and so I was glad that they brought that up again. But like I said, he really needs, and I'm not saying that he isn't trying to do the right thing and to warn people, about some of the hazards of music and some of the things that it can do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of music out there, different genres of music. And it's not a whole genre. You've got specific people that do have hurtful, hateful, bad lyrics, bad suggestions on how to live your life.
Yeah.
If you've got some kind of music that's glorifying hurting yourself or others, that's not something you need to be listening to.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's really not.
It's funny because people pick on Marilyn Manson a whole lot, and that's usually not what his lyrics are about at all. I mean, he had one that was a matter of his struggle with drug addiction. Mm-hmm. He has, as far as being an outsider, he had a lot of songs about that.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of lyrics to where he's angry with religious people, and I actually know the background on that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's...
Find out who these people, find out their story. And poor little Ozzy has been blamed for shit for years, and that is...
And he's just the sweetest man. He's just burnt.
Yeah, he's burnt, and he's had a hard time. He has been very open and honest about his addiction issues. But the songs that he wrote about, he still writes some amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Read the lyrics. Find out what the lyrics say.
He still makes amazing music.
Mm-hmm. To be as old as he is.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was Patient Number 9 that was the last album that he came out with. I need to get it. Or if he had one after that. Now you can tell the aging in his voice on this last one, because he's not he's not well. We don't know how much longer we're going to have Ozzy with us.
Yeah.
But people, as far as black and white is red, R-E-A-D. Most people miss that. Most people have missed a lot of what he was saying. And he just lets it go, because those who take the time to figure it out, they'll get it.
Yep.
Anyhow, final thoughts on the TikTok dude.
Don't
worry, be happy.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. See,
how did Bobby McFerrin get drug in on that one? I mean, honestly, it's other than being an annoying little song.
See, no joke. For me, karaoke, Rihanna, Rihanna doing karaoke to Rihanna Umbrella and Don't Worry, Be Happy. To me, you know,
that's
how
happy stuff.
You know, like the little ladies with the knitting, like that's heaven. To me, that's heaven.
Yeah.
That's fun to me.
I mean, if it was going to be,
why?
I don't know. Why those? If it was going to be Rihanna, wouldn't it have been more like Disturbia or something?
Or like Bitch Better Have My Money or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, who knows? He's just got this resentment. Maybe that was what he's talking about, the unforgiveness in his heart. He resented Bobby McFerrin somehow. Little Jamaican man.
It's because he missed out on his stoner era.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he should have smoked a bowl. Maybe that would have given him a better perspective.
Maybe he should have gone out and like rented like a little van and just had like a little like cross country travel.
Yeah.
You know, lived a little hippie life.
Yeah, it could have happened. So
cross country hippie preacher life.
Lord help. Final thoughts. That was it.
What do you mean final thoughts?
That was it. Remember, I've still got the suds. I'm doing better. That does not include all the time as far as mental function.
You good?
No, but I'm doing better than I was. I'm doing better than I was.
I remember you gave me the suds, so I'm going to be out of commission.
Well, my mother's the one that, man, she's hung up the dry on this. If you've had experiences...
Oh, but there's people that's going to have to step up to bat.
That ain't going to happen. If you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you have had a near-death experience, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And again, that plus the article, the link to the article will be in the description box.
Yes.
Thank you all. If you took time to say a prayer for me and for us, thank you so much.
Yes.
Because that means a lot.
Yes.
We need it all the time.
Yes, because you were not doing
No,
good.
I had a couple of really rough days there. Yeah.
You were not. There was one day I'm like, you were falling out. You
Yeah,
falling the fuck out. Would you sit the fuck down?
I didn't hit the floor, so it's all good.
You about dead?
Well, I'm all right. We have furniture. That's why. Do your spiel here.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved, and Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.